This is So-Mei Han and Emily Young, and they're from the Office of Vice Provost for Teaching and Learning.
Okay, thank you for coming to our presentation, and we are from the Office of the Vice Provost of Teaching and Learning IT team. I am So-Mei Han. I am the business system analysis and UX person on the team.
And I'm Emily Young. I'm a support specialist on the team, so email us and
Okay, so what we're going to talk to you today is about UCI appointment. So what is UCI appointment? UCI appointment is an online system for keep tracking of appointments for UCI offices. It does two things. It allows office members to set up their availability online, and they also allow office visitors to make appointments online 7/24 without having to contact the office. You can get more information at this URL. There's give you what are the different features for the visitor and the office staff. Use appointment for me. You might be asking, like, why should I use appointment? Let me ask, how many of you have offered appointment to student, faculty, or staff on campus? Raise your hand if you do. Okay, most of people do that. How does your office currently schedule appointments? Some ideas? Anyone?
I schedule through Outlook.
Through Outlook? Do people contact you? Okay. And anyone else?
We use Bookings.
Booking, you book?
It's called an app called Bookings through Outlook.
Okay. And so do you go back and forth with a person to see which time is good for you, or they just pick up whatever?
We are able to set up the time that we have available, and then we send the link to the students, and they just log on and schedule their appointments.
Okay, right. This is something I think similar, but maybe augmented version. You will see. How much time do you spend handling your appointment right now on a weekly basis? Anybody? Okay. No one wants to volunteer, I guess. So, are you happy with the way you come to schedule appointments? If you are not, if you are happy, I mean, I'm good, glad for you. If you are not, UCI appointments come to the rescue. Here is one of our current clients, Connie, from the Scholarship Opportunities Program, and she has said once they implement the appointments, they see an increase in the number of students coming to their office. They also feel they system make the appointment booking more efficient for their office, and students also feel the staff are more accessible, more available because we're online appointment they can make with the staff. We've heard similar stories from other offices. They even say the system, adopting the system make people less likely to have a no-show. You will see why later. So next, we'll have Emily show you what a student's experience is like when they book appointment online. So Emily will pretend to be a student. Afterward, I will tell you all the different features available for office staff, what you can do with your system. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Emily.
Okay, so as with Courtney's office, I'm going to pretend I'm a student who wants to apply for the Fulbright scholarship. So I'm like, oh, the Scholarship Opportunities Program. Let's see, I make appointments. I come here, it's pretty clear that I just click on the office drop-down. And then, oh, Scholarship Opportunities Program, that was easy. And there's just one calendar for this office. Some offices can have multiple calendars if you have different types of appointments that you're offering. But I click here. So I enter my reason. I'm here for Fulbright. This is like scholarship interest. I check this special situation and I click continue. And then here's all the times available. I look for my schedule is busy. I choose one. And here I see this confirmation, so I click OK. And then I see this confirmation page, and that was so easy. It has all of the information that I need to know. I see the reason that I entered. I leave the system. Oh, I got this email. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I scheduled my appointment, and I will get another reminder email the day before too. And this part here, the offices can put where they will meet the students, so the location and any other information they want students to know when they come to the office. And then I log back into the system, and I see there's my appointment, so I click on it because I forgot what time it was at. And it has the information there, and if I need to cancel it, there's the cancel option there. But as a student, this is really easy because I don't have to call someone on the phone. I hate talking on the phone, so I'm a student. I'm up late. It's like 11 p.m., like US time, 8 to 5. So it was really convenient for me to get to the system. So as I said, 24/7 online booking. We show the email, and there's a reminder email that we get the day before, and the system can send other emails as well. And we saw the online cancellation. So if I wasn't totally sure if I needed that appointment, or if I forgot that I had class at that time, I can go in and cancel. I don't have to feel bad to call someone, and that makes it easier for me because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting someone's time or something like that over the phone. Yeah, and it's not just for students.
Thanks, Emily. Any questions about the visitor's experience? Okay.
If a person cancels an appointment, is there any way to do like a wait list or like refer to other people who might want to take that appointment, or does it just open up again?
That will open again.
Okay.
So as soon as we cancel the appointment, that slot become available. Whoever comes next may be able to grab that slot.
But there's not like a wait list?
There's no wait list.
Okay.
I mean, unless your office is always full, I'm not sure whether you need a wait list. We can talk about that later when I show you how the stop size works.
You can see cancellations though from the staff side.
Okay, now I'm going to walk you through quickly what feature available for you as the office staff. So the first thing you have is with integration with Outlook. If you're using Outlook calendar, and once you give the appointment system access to your calendar, you can do two things. One is automatically block meeting times on your Outlook that will prevent students from double booking on your calendar. And you can see on the left side, I tell the system I normally work 8 to 5 on Monday through Friday. That's my availability. However, when the student comes, student only see appointments on Monday and Friday. Why? Because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have all the meetings on Outlook. So the system is smart enough, as soon as they see a meeting is booked on my Outlook, they will remove that slot from students from making appointment. Another advantage of integrated with Outlook is if student make appointment, that appointment is actually Outlook calendar almost in real time. It take a couple of seconds, maybe 10 seconds. If student cancel the appointment, then appointment is removed from your Outlook calendar in real time. So if someone else wants to make an appointment with you, they see you already have an appointment, you don't get double booked. That's the main advantage of integration with Outlook. So next thing is you can control who have access to which calendars. And you might have different group students, you want to direct them to see different people. So you can set up the access list to say, okay, this calendar is only available to this group, and this calendar is only available to this group. You can specifically deny certain group to access certain calendar. And you can define your access list by certain characteristics of the students, or you can have a menu access list, which means you might have 20 favorite students or favorite staff you want them to see you just upload that. Okay? You can also determine at access level how far in advance you want to open your calendar. You know, some access lists might be able to see 3 weeks in advance, others only see 2 weeks in advance. Another thing is you can also control how far in advance students have or visitor have to make appointment. In this case, this appointment, this officer, you have to make appointment 24 hours in advance. So you cannot make appointment now for this afternoon. And this is an optional setting for offices. If you want to basically have a penalty for people who always cancel at the last minute or they don't show up when they make appointment with you. You have the option to say, I want to block you from making appointment online for a certain amount of time. And that penalty doesn't mean they cannot make appointment. It just means they cannot self-booking anymore. They have to call you or email you. That might make them less likely to do the same thing again in the future. And also, this is optional. Most offices we work with don't actually enforce it. Some do, some don't. Okay? And then, as a staff member, you are not stuck with the appointment. The student made with you, and if something happens, you have an office meeting with the dean, you want to meet with the dean. So you can move student appointment to a different time. When you do that in the system automatically sends an email to the student to say, your appointment has been rescheduled to this time. If it doesn't work for you, click here to cancel. So you don't have to worry about notifying the students, work out another thing. Students can reschedule their appointment. And then another feature is if you have been using this for a while, you can see your client history, which means whenever you search for students to make appointment for them, you can click on, I keep saying student, it's office visitor. So student, faculty, staff, anybody who have a UCI net ID who can log in can make appointments in this system if you give them the option. So you click the client history, you can see the whole history of this person with your office. If the person is a student, you also have the option to click on the web admin link to see the student's other information, their transcript, their personal profile, whatever in the web admin you have access to, you have access to from here. Okay, so you were like, wow, this sounds very nice. How much are you going to charge me? Good news for you. Because of the generosity of the Vice Provost of Teaching and Learning, thanks to Mike Dunning, the whole system is free for everybody on this campus who want to use it. What do we do for you? If you think this is something you're interested, you can contact us. We have QR code on the door, and we also have sign-in form here. We have handout. There are multiple ways you can contact us. Once we know this is for you, it's a good fit for your office, I came out to sit with you, talk about what your office special needs. We set up the office for you. We also do training for your staff if it's necessary. Because it's very easy to use, and so far we don't have, people just say, once I walk them through the setup process, no one have called back to say, we need the training. And also, if you have any questions, you can email us, and we have our admin. She's in charge of all our support issues.
So if you're interested in the system, or once you're set up with the system, we're always here to help. I get calls where it's like, oh, I feel bad for asking this question, but don't feel bad. You can call us or email obptl-it-support@uci.edu. Yes, it's kind of long, so we have flyers up here. Please take one. Also, you can go look at the system, and you can see the visitor point of view if you need, or if you want to, at appointments.web.uci.edu. And then also, if you have any other questions that we don't have time to answer in this Q&A or something, you can stop by booth 19 on the floor today. And yes, we're always, we love questions, we love feedback about the system, and if you sign the sheet here, or if you use the QR code, you can give feedback, and we'll reach out to you too about setting up the system if you're interested, or a demo.
Okay, question.
Hi, this is really, really cool, and it's going to be really useful for our office, which is the Graduate Resource Center. But one question I had, it seems like it's for one-on-one appointments. Is it possible to set up workshops and have multiple visitors sign up for one time slot?
That's a very good question. Just some background. This system was actually originally developed at UC Davis for student advisement. We adopted UCI in 2017. Since then, we have been adding new features to the system. The group appointment is one of the features is going to come in the pipeline when, I don't know. And Jeremy is sitting there, he's the one who's going to decide when we work on that. But we do have a plan to work on that. And also, we have another feature we are working on, going to work on in the near future, which is allow people to select which advisor or which person they want to see in the same office. We have people asking for that feature for a while. Now we're ready to work on that. Probably take several months to get it done, but once it's done, it's available to everybody. Okay, another question.
How is this different from Microsoft Booking?
I'm not very familiar with Microsoft Booking, to be honest with you. So this is what we have. I don't know how Microsoft Booking works.
You don't necessarily need to have, like with Booking, it's kind of one-on-one. Like I know your account or something, I have to look for it and kind of look at your calendar. With this, it's more, you have an office set up and you go in and you choose the time slot that works for you. And they'll still work with Booking, but I feel like it's a little less work for the user to.
Okay, in that case, I would say you can have 5 people working in your office. They all are available from, like, say, 10 to 12. And the first visitor company will drop the first slot, but the second one will still see the 10 to 12 available. The third one still see that until you have 5 people block that 10 to 12. Now you have nothing available. So you give the Booking is only one-on-one. This is allow the whole office to have a common interface with the world.
And I think Jeremy has something.
Yeah, Jeremy, we have something to add.
So I'm Jeremy Thacker, I'm the manager of the team that offers this, so thanks for letting me jump in. Just from a little bit of a different perspective, I'd like to add that one of the benefits to the campus when people use our appointment system is that we own all of the data for it. So for you it's nice because it's centrally supported and you know that you have OIT behind you when you use it. But all of the data that comes from this is data that then the campus owns. And it's really important to us that our units be able to leverage that in smart ways. So we provide reporting options so you can figure out who in our office is seeing people, what percentage of our time is available, why are they being seen, because we know the campus units derive a lot of value from that when they're able to go to people above them and say, oh look, we need more people because this is our capacity, or these are the needs that we have that we weren't aware of and we need to beef up ways to handle this type of need. Additionally, we plan to plug this into student support analytics going forward because it's a really rich source of data for who are students seeing, how often are they seeing them, what kinds of outcomes are they having as a result of using different combinations of services. So there are a few reasons from that perspective that this is also advantageous.
Another thing you will have is you actually can put optional information before the student make appointments. I didn't show you, but at the top when you click on make appointment, you can put something. Some office said, before you make appointment, make sure you read this. If you are coming here for this thing, you don't need appointment, you can walk in. So all this information can be communicated to the student while they were making appointments. Like Jeremy was saying, you can add optional special situation, which is a different category of appointment. You know, I'm here for probation, I'm here for course schedule, I'm here for a job interview, whatever. Later you can run report on those. Okay, I see a couple hands up. So you first, I think your hands up.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you, and then no. Okay.
Okay. Just quick question: is Microsoft Outlook the only calendar that it works with? What about iCal or Google Calendar?
Right now,
That's a good question. We right now, only work with Outlook 365. And so whether we're going to work with other calendar, it really depends on our bandwidth, whether we can do that. And you have a question.
Yeah, so this is more like, since there's so much student data that's living in it, so our offices really rely on our student workers to help manage the our visitors. And you said that they have access to sort of web admin and additional data, so this is going to require any additional FERPA training on top of?
So you
Well,
only can
depends on how
access
you
web
want to
admin.
access.
So you
If
can
you
limit
have
access.
training on web admin, like if you've got web admin access, you can click the link, but if you don't have access, it'll just say you don't have
So
access.
there's like a base level viewing, like prior to.
But there was that screen that showed the appointment, and that information they can see if they click on it. But you can also train them to, there's a check-in calendar if they just are there to check people in and to not click in. I mean, you can't really prevent them from clicking.
Yeah, and because the time limit, I didn't say in the system there are 2 types of roles. There are office manager, there are office staff. Office manager can do much more things than the office staff. And if you have student worker, you probably will send them as office staff. They can do check-in for you, and they cannot change any of the settings I talk about, access list and penalty, whatever. And like Emily was saying, if you don't already have admin access, if you click on that link, it probably will say you don't have access. Okay. I see another hand over here.
Yeah, so my question is that is the web front end where students book, is that customizable as per our needs?
What do you mean by customized?
Like-
I'll go to the website. You can see what it looks like.
Like
And,
for library, we do research consultation. So
You can set up different types of appointments, so like there's a calendar, so the kind of part where you see the office drop down, that's just how it is. When they select your office, you can set up like research appointments or something else, and they can choose a
so
calendar.
those things are customizable.
Yeah,
You
and
can add
then
on
the
stuff.
information and the access to those things is customizable as well.
Okay, and the time slots available is based on an Outlook calendar?
So that is based on, you can have it look at your Outlook to block slots off, but
Okay.
as an office manager, you go in and set the time that your office is open,
Okay.
and then you or the people who work will put in their availability, and it looks at the overlap of who's available, and that's where the slot is created.
So you can customize your site in a certain way. So when you log in, you see the list of office, right? You can name your calendar. You can have a 5 different calendar. One for, let's say, reference desk. Another one for workshop. Another one for something else. And then in terms of the availability, there are 3 things have to align for students to see what is available. Your office open hour and your master schedule, your personal schedule. So as office manager set up the office open hour, even I say my office open from 8 to 5, but we only see students from 10 to 4, and that's the mass schedule. So now only 10 to 4 is open. But see, I came in, I said, I only work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I see students from 1 to 4. Guess what? On my calendar, it's only 1 to 4. So the overlap of those 3 determine what is available for students to make appointment.
You earlier mentioned about you requiring a UCI net ID. Is that required? Because I meet with alumni and constituents in the community, and so I'm not sure.
Yes, that's a good question. For students, for visitor to self-booking, they need to log in with their UCI net ID. But for you to book them, you can book with anybody, your mom, whoever. You just have to have a last name and first name, their email, because that email is used to send a confirmation email to the person to say you have appointment at this day and this time at this location. They also be used for reminder email. We send the reminder email the day before the appointment. So if they don't have UCI login, they cannot self-booking right now.
Okay, because that's the purpose of having. That's why I was going to use Booking. I currently use Calendly right now, and so Booking. Someone recommended Booking because it's through Microsoft. But see, this is a way where they don't have to use UCI net.
Yeah. I think some alumni might still have their UCI net ID working. I don't know how it works. And there are you can keep your UCI net ID forever now, but I don't know how you can sign in or not. That part I'm not sure.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, go
I have
ahead.
a very specific one. If a student's record has a different name, is there any way to indicate like a preferred name on these forms?
I'm not sure. The student cannot change their name because when they log in with their UCI net ID, we put information about their name, their email, their student ID. And so if you want to change the name, I guess they will probably have to go with the register.
So yeah, so if it's not changed with the registrar, it'll just be with their student record.
Yeah.
Is it not already using the preferred name?
I believe it uses the preferred name as recorded by the registrar. So it doesn't use the legal first, but does use the registrar preferred first.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, like we said, if you want more information, we are at booth 19. We're on here until 3 o'clock. We can do a more in-depth demo for you. Okay. If you want us to do a demo, you have time today. Scan the QR code and complete some information very short.